the ColorLogic system works accurately because we have characterized all of our colors and our decorative effects based on what the printing press can do. So we've basically studied all major press manufacturers, whether that's printing with white ink or silver ink or toner, and we then built a system around it. So all of our algorithms in our plugins, all the color formulations in our swatch books are based around what the press can achieve. So from there, we now know what is achievable with the machine. We can now use those tools to do color separation. So that could be in Illustrator, like we're in now, to show you. We could be packaging labels, etc., using our dedicated metallic palettes. Could be in InDesign as well, but today we're going to demonstrate how to do the image separation that we did for Printing United on your files. So as a quick demonstration to compare against how white ink is usually done versus what we do with ColorLogic, on the left hand side we have the traditional old-fashioned white ink mask. Now that basically means you have to create a separation where you want to see the white. Now you can't see white on a computer screen if you make it white. So for anybody that's not familiar with this, if I make it white and then I switch on my file, you cannot see your white separation because white set to overprint or multiply goes transparent. Therefore, we're all taught that basically we should create a spot color called white and we should make it like blue, for example. That's the most commonly used one. So now we see the white, but it's blue. So all your whites are blue, all your images contaminated by blue colors, you can't really see the intent of the design correctly. Now what normally happens is people basically put metallic in everything else. So in this background area, for example, you would have the silver substrate and that's it. So you'd have silver substrate and white. And it's quite a crude way of working. You get these kind of like hard edges. There's no photorealism, there's no shading, and quite honestly, it looks quite terrible. Now with ColorLogic, on the other hand, this image here, we have the ColorLogic separation. So you can see the image on the right actually looks right. It looks correct. And it looks correct because we're using our plugins. So first of all, we have a plugin from the plugin menu. It's an Adobe UXP based plugin. The image separation algorithms have been developed, like I said, based on what the press can do. So it takes into account things like ISO standard for the CMYK. And then calculates the optimum effect for the pixels in the image based on all these different properties. Yellow is more translucent than a blue. You need less metallic in the yellows than you do into the cyans. There's an anti-screen clash algorithm built in there. There's a whole range of complexity. But what it basically means is all you have to do is create metallic separation. So we've done one here. We've got the separation done. So the silver is the silver substrate. The white is the white ink mask. So unlike comparing it against the old-fashioned method, our separation shows you the silver substrate and the white, whereas the old-fashioned method doesn't show you a silver substrate, doesn't show you white. So what's the more logical thing? Design where you can see the effect correctly, accurately, with color separations that generates photorealistic separations. You've got tonal shading throughout there. It's not 100% white, it's not 100% silver substrate. We create tonal ranges based on our algorithms. So that means that we have these photorealistic separations. Now the next thing we're going to do is show you how we did it on your actual file, so we can show you how the plugin worked and what we did to it. We will then take that file and render it in the FX viewer, which we use to see the metallic effects, and then we can then see what the final printed result was like. Okay, so let's jump into it. Okay, so to separate this image, extremely simple. We're going to go to the plugins menu, go to ColorLogic, go to image effects. Then we're going to press the create metallic separation button. That's going to analyze the image, going to calculate the optimum metallic effect for all those pixels in the image and generate our ColorLogic separation for us. And as we can see in this separation, it is tonal, meaning it has tints of the white or silver effect inside there. So anything that's silver is a silver substrate, the white is the white ink mask. Now we don't want everything to be metallic, so you need to make a mask. We can't do that bit for you, so basically make a mask, go inside there and delete what you don't want to be metallic. So in this case, I'm just deleting all those areas. We retained some of the accents throughout the clothing in this particular mask, so we have these kind of rainbow holographic effects coming through the design. So do pay particular attention to how you do your separations. It is always more beneficial. Now you can also boost up those metallic separations, so if you find that it's a little bit, it's a little bit weak because the image is a bit darker, you can boost it up, so maybe do a couple more hits. What that's going to do is it's going to add 25% of the separation on top of itself. just like multiplying itself over itself. So let me just show you, if we go quite a long way, you'll see what I mean. It's gone up quite a lot. So let's just go back a few steps. So when we're happy with our design, you'll notice that the whites are staying as white highlights. We've got this beautiful metallic effect that's going to be created. But silver substrate is quite grey, so we're going to do a colour correction mask on this now. So go to our layers, we're going to flatten all that down, we're going to go to image mode, turn it into CMYK, because we want to do the colour correction on the CMYK layers. We're going to make a selection of the ColorLogic pixels from the separation that we created. We're going to go and create a new brightness and contrast separation mask, and we're going to change the brightness to 30. That's going to boost up or basically brighten the overall colour only in the ColorLogic areas where we've created the separation, so nothing else is affected. That's going to brighten the image. So if you notice how we have the original with the darky kind of colour there, now we've got that lighter colour, so we're compensating for the greyness of the substrate. We're going to do the same sort of thing, make a selection of the ColorLogic pixels, go onto the layer, and we're going to do another one in hue and saturation. And we're going to put that to about 15, and that's just putting a little bit of extra pixel of colour into there, because silver substrates being very reflective can kind of counteract the colour in your image. And these are all things that you won't find with normal training with other companies. ColorLogic has been doing this for over 16 years. We have a wealth of expertise in colour separation, writing algorithms, plugins, coding. We know colour, we know design, we know pre-press, we know print. So this is where you get your training and education. And this is just the tip of it. So we have these, the non-destructive layers, so we can always go back to the original if we want. Save the file, bring it into Illustrator, make a PDF file, and then bring it into the FX Viewer. And that's what we'll do next.